What's up, guys? Andy here with Blue Productions, bringing you the final round front nine video of the Magic City Mega Bowl 2018. As always, shout out to our sponsors here, Flight Tower, Prodigy Disc, and Hat Tip Disc Golf. Here's the leaderboard for you. Got a really tight race up here at the top. Taylor, tell us a little about what this course brings to play.
Yeah, so we're playing Inverness Blues, probably maybe one of the most difficult courses in Alabama. Going to bring you a ton of elevation change, really tight lines, a lot of OB on this course as well. So just one of the more challenging courses these guys are probably going to play on the year. And starting off with an OB first shot, there you go. So just to kind of give you an idea, I mean, this hole goes uphill left to right, then takes a U-turn and goes back to the left down a very narrow fairway with a undulated green at the end. So, and that's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Should bell out right towards the red tee pad over there and give him a good look straight down this fairway.
There is also a lot of difficulties with the whole course in general, but these first few holes with elevation as well. So you can see it goes left to right, but it's also pretty steep incline.
Yeah, and it's going to be a battle here. I mean, anything can happen on this course with the scoring separations that you're going to see on every hole. So it's going to be a mentally taxing round for these guys too, and just got to stay in it, got to grind it out. And
Another good shot there.
Yeah, just if that hits up on that hill anymore, that lip, he might get a bad kick, but. And that's going to come up a little short of the corner. Gonna make it real difficult next shot.
He was throwing pretty soft because, well,
my goodness, that's a fantastic shot.
That appears pretty good. Yeah, you can see Dickerson was throwing soft while he landed up short, like you said, because right around the corner. I mean, if you go too far, you're right off the cliff and another out of bounds. So as you can see there, it's so tight. But that's a pretty good spot to lay up again.
And Colin going to be forced to do kind of the same here, just not quite getting around the corner. Going to get a little more distance, but yeah, it's just such a challenging and demanding tee shot. And yeah, I've seen guys peer it through this fairway.
Well, I really thought Dollar's shot made it farther than that.
I did too. But I mean, Cam in an ideal spot to strike here.
A little weird footing, but I don't think anyone would complain with this position. If that has the distance, it might get that little hillside ride down towards the basket. So we'll see.
Finish left to be safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, that's the safe play here. And biggest thing, staying in bounds on that shot. So, oh wow, little early release there.
Tough start here for our leader.
Well, and you're going to see a lot of this all day. I mean, the footing here is going to be sketchy sometimes. All of these guys seem to be bailing everything out early left, fearing that OB line on the right, especially with the overhanging limbs too. You never know if you get a bad kick. So
yeah,
maybe Dollar can course correct here. Yeah, beautiful.
Really nice upshot.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the way everybody else is playing the hole. I mean, Dollar didn't have the greatest of tee shots, stayed in bounds, played almost a smart second shot. Still not great, but played a good third shot, fourth shot. I'm going to take a 5, and a 5 here is...
Yeah, 5 is... This is
really
one
good
hole that you're really not that upset with, taking a bogey.
No. Oh, wow. Colin got way down here.
Nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
And Cam...
For the 3.
Yeah, fantastic spot.
And what a start this would be. Good gracious.
Smooth as butter.
Yeah, I probably can name the number of 3s I've ever seen on this hole on one hand. So, but again, just did exactly what, I mean, you hit the lines here, and that's how you can be rewarded.
Yeah.
Big putt for Chris, to not make that score any worse than it was. There was a 3 over on the first hole. So
that's how you can change something quick. Huge 3 for Colglazier there to take the box. hole 2 here, you'll see Cam taking it a little wide right. Watch out, spotter. Overall, that's an okay position. This one goes dog just 90-degree angle to the left once you get where that spotter's at.
Yeah, I believe that's Mr. Mays up there, and that's a great tree for dollar. The miss here on this hole too, a lot of guys just throwing through this fairway as well because the angle is so tough right to left. But I think both of those are probably just a little too good. We'll find out in a minute, but another really demanding hole. You're going to see a fairway that slopes left to right once you turn the corner here, and then a really elevated next shot up to a basket that's on an insane green.
Cam just trying to find some type of a lane. I think he does. Just falls out early to the right.
A little right, yeah. And as you see here, dollar just pushed it through the fairway a little bit. I didn't quite see that one come out either.
I didn't either.
Oh.
And Chris in prime position.
Yeah, could get some back right here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
That is a hard shot.
Wow.
Anyone that's played this hole, even from that position.
Yeah, that's impressive. Oh, Colin getting a little skinny there. I think he got a slight right kick at the end, but...
Sneaky play, though. That was nice.
Yeah, it looks like dollar did finish panning out to the right, so...
Fortunately for him, he's got the thumber in his bag. But that's a tough angle to try to maneuver.
Yeah. Cam as well. And this just goes to show you just how punishing this course can be off the fairway. You're really left with nothing. I mean, you're just trying to create lines and shots, and Cam doing the smart thing there.
Ooh.
Getting out, going to give himself a jump look.
That could have gone
way down the hill. Very nice touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the kind of putts you don't practice every day.
It's hard to find a basket on this type of an incline.
Oh, wow. Great putt.
The teardrop. The amount of height he put on that is crazy.
Yeah.
Shows how high it was. And Colin actually a lot closer to the basket I thought he was. I knew he threw a good shot, but that's really nice. Not able to convert, but
at least it sat.
Played the hole really well. I believe dollar cashing in for a bogey.
I believe that is correct. Depending on, I forget exactly what everything on this course feels about like a par 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But, not necessarily so sometimes.
I know this will be for a 3, which is
as good,
equally impressive
as Cam's on the first hole for sure.
If there's a way to answer a triple bogey,
right.
It's getting a 3 on this hole.
Yep. So there you go, birdie for Chris to get back to 2 over on the round, and Cam getting out of there with the par. So again, you're going to see a lot of that this afternoon. Just the score differential on every hole is going to at least be 1 to 3 strokes between these guys.
Here's hole 3. You can see right where his disc landed, it's going to go straight back down the hill. The basket's also on another slope. Something like that might actually work out really well for you because you want it to land soft.
Yeah, this green is on an extreme decline. So you have 2 options here. One is to try to land at the very top of the ridge and have an extremely downhill putt. Then the other one is going to try to get real aggressive and hope you can land something on that downhill green and hope that it doesn't roll all the way down to the bottom, which leaves you about a 50-foot uphill putt. And dollar going with the thumber.
That actually might be a really good play.
Seemed to work out really well. And here's your green, and this is, Cam elected to land at the top, and this is what you're left with. So the bad thing is there's a lot of choppy roots on this ground, so there's not necessarily a safe, easy layup. And Cam did get to sit, but you know, I mean, you saw it a couple of times kind of pop up, and you just never know. And wow, Colin blasting that past the basket. Luckily, I think it actually benefits him a little bit to be up on this hill because he's a little more level with the basket than being all the way down in the gully.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Very nice. Well played.
This is for sure a bonus birdie. You don't want to end up taking a bogey anywhere.
Sure.
But the 3 is a very fine score here. Two is even better.
What a comeback. I mean, that's testament to being a pro player with a level head, man. Just you start triple bogey and just come back birdie.
Yeah, I know a lot of players personally that take a triple on hole 1 and are done.
One sitting right next to you. Nice putt from Matt there. Great concentration with the straddle. That's another thing about this course. You got a lot of baskets that you're going to see that are going to force you to have not straightforward putts. You know, some straddle, some undulation differences, but solid score from these guys. I think was 3 threes and then the nice birdie from. Oh no, a couple birdies. That's right, Dollar and Dickerson. That's right. Very nice. So hole 4 here is a slight. Almost, it's actually a straight from the pad, but the way you got to work the disc is left to right and then finish back right to left at the end. So usually going to see these guys backhand something stable, get on top of it to try to pull it over and then let it flex back out at the end. And Dollar not quite able to get on top of his disc like he would have wanted there.
Mm-hmm. And we mentioned elevation. It's super easy to go long. It's downhill right off the box. That's a good line.
That's smooth. Just needs to settle.
But
There's that long you're talking about. Backside of that green just falls off. So. Another good looking line here. But it was, again, needs to settle.
Yeah, and overall, if you can get down basket high,
at least makes an easy 3. I don't, you know, it's tough to get a look for a 2, but that's a lot of this course. I mean, a lot of this course is trying to make sure you manage your pars. Oh wow,
good looking out there. I mean, that's down there at the left side. You can't see the basket from where he was at, so Chris is going to take a standard.
Smooth low up shot. And again, another one of these putts where you've got a lot of trouble behind the basket if you let this go long.
It's a good run.
Caught the basket there, which is enough to slow it down. And Colin going to have a birdie look. Looks like just outside of 40 maybe. Close.
Yeah.
But no cigar.
So Chris here went a little further than I expected to see off the upshot.
Wow, and that's unfortunate. Not going to be happy with that where he left himself after the tee shot. You know, kind of should have been an easy up and down, but again, just may have slid, may have caught a roll. Oh wow, well
caught a roll.
That may have been exactly what his disc did.
Colin here to save the day. There's no telling how far that went.
No, jeez. This Cam's 2 look?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Very nice. Must have gotten fortunate enough and caught a late tree. Solid there. So Cam stretching his lead out to 3 strokes.
So Cam on the box here. Got hole 5. You'll see him taking this forehand right around that fence. Another hole where the basket is sitting kind of on a ledge, and a little bit further down from there is a creek that you do not want to go into. But the main importance would be to get out of this narrow gap here. Colin electing for the turnover, which is a beautiful shot.
Beautiful, yep. Yeah, and real tough to get all the way to the creek from here for most of these guys, unless you get a crazy roll. But biggest problem, yeah, like you said, Andy, getting out of this gap and then getting around this fence line, and just this fence is here because this pathway, for those of you that don't know, is used as a private access road to a nice fishing lake for some guys. So they just wanted to make sure if they're coming out of that disc weren't flying over their vehicles. So adds an interesting element to the hole. And Dollar with a comfortable shot there that just needs to settle. It looks like it's okay.
Yeah, I think so.
And yeah, Cam not quite getting around that fence line. I couldn't tell if he hit it or if he just came up short.
It looked like he cleared it to me, but
oh, what a great putt! Oh, wow, great run.
And I believe Dickerson did go long.
So much for me saying it's tough to get at the water. Well, and a lot of times this is all like eaten up too, and they've got it really thinned out and narrow down there. And you can tell just Chris is like a little frustrated at this point.
Yeah, he's just trying to fight, you know?
Yep.
Caught the left side of the chains, but it was a great putt. Just couldn't get it to go in.
Yeah, what a round so far. He's had a triple, 2 birdies, and then back-to-back bogeys now, I believe.
Has he had a par?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Good birdie for Dollar there. Nice that his disc sat up the way it did. Potentially could have been disastrous, but and Cam will gladly take his tap in 3 and move right along with a 4-stroke lead. Hole 6, probably the only what you would say open hole on this course, maybe.
Yeah.
At 336 feet, and man, what a flex line this is. Oh man.
Caught up.
Yep, it's a tough line. You're gonna see some guys go in this gap, and then you're gonna see some guys go the big flex line like these two guys did at first. Oh
What a
wow,
shot.
beautiful.
Yeah, and you said 336, but most everybody's taking this wide Anheuser like that.
Which is gonna make it play
A lot
400.
harder. So yeah,
That needs to sit down.
3 in a row on the big flex.
Oh, I think that may have. That's the miss too. Is if that disc flexes out too early, you got a chance to end up going OB across this road on the left.
And this one.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, what a great shot. Very nice.
I didn't know if it was possible to do better than Dollars.
I know, right? It's beautiful. So do we know if Cam stayed in or went out?
It was out, I believe.
I thought he was going to be out of bounds there. So
Tough luck there on the tree as
no
well.
kidding. What a rollback. It's all right. And this got a good look. Oh, yeah, wow, fantastic run.
So Colin, I believe, was still in. He just was able to take his meter. This will be a bogey for Cam.
Yeah, solid putt. I wasn't worried about it. I
Yeah.
wasn't sweating over here. I didn't get my towel out.
It's easy to stay calm with his putt because it is so smooth.
Yeah.
I say it over and over, but definitely a putt to try to model years after. Another solid putt.
Yep. And Matt's putted well this round, just, trying to do his best to find the green currently and struggling on a couple of the early holes, but his putt seems to be going, so
Yeah.
it's always a good sign. Especially on a course like this. I mean, everyone's going to have struggles getting around the green at some point on some holes, so you just got to continue to make sure you make the most of your opportunities when you get them.
Good putt.
Great, too.
Yep.
And once again, Chris still does not have a par.
And you mentioned earlier, for a level-headed pro, how much does a round like this just mess with you while you're going through it? knowing
solid
that
putt.
nothing that you're doing seems to be very consistent as we get a little flight there. Forehand.
Forehand. Hole 7. I find this hole fascinating and actually really cool. But 520 feet, slightly uphill. Your tee shot needs to work left to right. I think your ideal landing area is the red tee pad or anywhere about 50 feet in front of that. Oh, and Chris getting a great kiss. Oh my goodness, what a kiss off that tree. That disc was turning way too hard to the right, and he is piped down the fairway. It's interesting. I usually see a lot of guys just take like a layup forehand to get into the fairway up there. Makes the upshot a lot easier, but then your hole going to work right to left and straighten out a little bit at the end with a little bit of tree coverage in the fairway. So tee shot crucial here.
Fortunate to land where he did.
Yep.
Still gonna have a weird angle.
Yeah, still a chance to get to the basket here, but definitely gonna be a little more difficult from this distance. It's turning just a little too hard right to left, but
Look pretty solid.
yeah.
Matt gonna be forced to just take a little bit of medicine and get back out to the fairway.
Smart play. I mean, just don't compound the accidents here. And Matt, we're gonna go thumber again. Ooh.
a little thumber skip flare, possibly.
Yeah, I think so. And Chris, after that prime tee shot, oh wow, not able to capitalize here. Well, hey, I can say if he misses this putt, he'll finally have a par for the round, possibly. Or he can just make the putt and still not have a par for the round.
Both are actually possible options there.
Thanks.
Get down.
Oh.
Well, welcome to the world of par.
Yeah. Thanks for joining everyone else. Oh, wow, what a run. And I actually thought the cam was like way farther left than that, so it's interesting that he had a look there. So
Yeah.
It was a great second shot from where he was.
Will we get a back-to-back-to-back on band hits? I hope not.
The bands aren't making anyone dance.
If he was on target, that was on. That was
yeah, I was
totally
on the band.
Definitely had to kind of weave through the trees over there. You could tell.
And Dollar's trying to find his disc. There it is. And folks, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but the umbrellas have officially been moved into the hands. They haven't been undone yet, but you see the guys carry them around a lot more. We are starting to get some overcast skies, and at this point in the round, had a gnarly little storm.
We had some rain, rain
so.
early on in the morning, but definitely was about to move in.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Yeah, the real move of the tournament wasn't a player at this point. It was
right.
It was the storm moving in. So, looking at Cam and Chris, moving into a 2-stroke differential there. So definitely tightening up here. Moving on to hole 8.
So here we got 460 feet.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Wowzers.
This hole playing basically has a huge hazard because you're going to steadily go up this hill all the way up to the left. A lot of players are going to play like this, kind of to a landing zone, and have another little upshot. So definitely a hole that you miss left or right, and you're in some really thick stuff.
Yeah, and the tough thing here is, you think in your mind you want to get as far left as you can, but really you're actually rewarded more staying kind of out straight. Oh wow, that was really close.
Kind of like that.
Been real bad, but yeah. Just want to be down at the bottom because if you see Colin here, if you get too far left and early, the angle up to this basket is very dynamic. So And Colin playing smart there. Just needs to settle. Oh yeah, very nice. That'll at least allow him should be a fairly easy up shot and a look at a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this green is very guarded. You see a lot of maybe flex lines into here, or some crazy forehand lines just to get past this grouping of trees, but that looked to be nice.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just so hard to stay up on that hill. I mean, you see all these guys roll down to the bottom, forcing some kind of, crazy shot back up the hill. So, and even where Colin played safe, you see what he was looking at.
I thought it was too tight. Good shot, though. It should be pretty close.
And just notice that Colin's rocking the little So Blue patch on his shirt.
Yeah.
Oh! Solid little birdie effort from Cam there. And gonna see the rare turbo.
Turbo time. We thought we saw Johnny put a couple in, but
yeah, and it's just, man, it's not a putt that you practice every day. I mean, I'm 100 times more worried about my 15 to 30s and 30s to 40s than I am ever about practicing a turbo putt. I mean, the odds that you have to use it are, I might have had to throw a turbo putt 20 times in my disc golf career. So something that's just not practiced unless you're Johnny.
if you're that good at it, then
you make time for it. And we have ourselves a battle here. Chris playing the hole great, taking the birdie. Cam taking the par. Moving on to hole 9. Another very undulated hole. Hole is working. We are playing the upper right position here, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So an extreme hill that is right to left, downhill, with a basket that's up to the right on the very top. So you're going to see a lot of these guys trying to sit at the bottom if possible. The more you can get up the hill, the better, but too aggressive can roll all the way down to the left, and there is a creek that's OB. Yeah, and Cam kind of looking to play that safer settle in there, and that's all you can really want, is just to make sure you're on that pitch.
Sneak through. No, tree. So.
Oh, wow.
Chris here.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah. Just trying to think of a way to.
I know he's right foot forward, left foot back, which is very interesting, but that's probably just all he has. Oh, wow. And he advanced it 100 feet maybe, but still probably not a lot of line there. And that was on a awesome line until he caught that limb.
It squeaked through up there. So as you can see, it is getting very gloomy.
Yeah. Wind starting to pick up a little bit. You can see the leaves starting to dance.
And I believe after that shot, yes. So now you can see it's bright.
Oh, wow.
Very slick.
Is that when we had the rain delay?
So this is post delay.
Post rain delay, which if I remember lasted a solid.
It was a while.
Hour and some change, I think. Had a bunch of different lightning delays, I think, that kept going on, and oh my goodness, you have got to be kidding me. No way. They go all the way to the creek? Oh my gosh.
I don't think it went in, luckily.
Wow. What an unfortunate break for Cam there.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's awful. And first shot back.
Yeah, I mean, played great off the tee, left it in a smart spot, come back from the rain delay, and that's what you get. Wow. Yeah,
interesting note is, when you come back, you got a little bit to practice and stuff. Great putt there from Colin, by the way.
Yeah.
And he threw that up shot, just over and over, under the basket.
And then
get there when it counts. Hit the tree and roll. So.
Yeah, I remember us coming back from rain delay too, and we were battling that same thing. Do you want to practice the shot you got coming up, but do you want to practice it too much?
Right.
Because if you throw it too good too many times, does it mess with you? And, Yeah.
That is a rare miss.
From that distance for Chris, absolutely. And yeah, gonna make the conditions just infinitely more interesting and tough with this course already playing as hard as it is, and now the ground's wet. And you saw Cam before he threw his last shot slip in the mud, and so discs are gonna be a little wet. So there you go. Cam dropping a stroke, but Chris dropping a couple as well. So Dollar moving up into a tie for second after that front nine. So going to lead to a really tight-knit, fun finish here, the final nine in Inverness at this Magic City Mega Bowl. So
yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Anybody's game, man. Seriously. Anybody's game here.
And as we saw at the beginning, there's a lot of players that were chase and third card that might even have a shot. So going to be good.
Should be a good one to tune into.
As always, thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for the back nine video. We'll have it coming to you soon. Appreciate it.
Peace.